Dude, I like.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? We are live. We survived Armageddon.
Barely.
Barely. Robert, you made it home in record time, huh?
Dude, we didn't stop a minute. I love Matt. He's a good traveler.
That's a cool guy. You gotta bring him back. He's got some Florida in him already, I can tell.
Yeah, he's got family there. I think his sister and something live down there in Tampa.
He looks like a Florida man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a Florida man. I'll get there.
Yep. John Theron's already here, I think. Next thing you know, you hear he'll be buying a house out here.
I think if he could figure out the citizenship, he'd be there by now.
Hey, can you guys hear my fan? Is it making any disturbance?
I can't hear it.
No.
So what'd you think of the event? Dylan, I know you went big flowers at the butterfly garden instead, but
I had the flu. All right. I watched. I commented. Everything looked good. I thought the live stream was awesome.
no,
First time.
because you get to be the person that I get to ask about how it was on the stream. None of us watched the stream live or firsthand, really. We kind of seen it on the back TVs, but Robert had this place with 3 TVs going with the stream with different delays.
Right.
So you could be in the match, you could walk over to the screen, and 3 different times you could watch your replay on 3 different TVs.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It was
that's
sick.
pretty cool. That if there was something controversial, you got a couple times to check it out.
Right.
Every single call was controversial.
Well, when y'all started with no down refs.
I wasn't there to
Well-
ref it. That's why. That's what it was.
Well, no, I actually think that was I thought it was very smooth for the amateurs. We did I think about 165 entries. I would say we did 80 and 80, we can call it. 80 pro, 80 amateur, and we were able to blow through the 80 entries in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's so fast.
That's why we started the pro a little bit later. I wanted to let everybody get in. I knew no matter what, we were going to be out. I was packing my trailer up and it was still daylight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not packed up, but when I first went out there to get my truck, it was daylight out still. So
Right.
we kicked ass, dude. For the first time, I think our crew is like becoming a well-oiled machine. We were smooth. Everybody kind of had their duty. It would have been a little smoother if Dylan hadn't called in sick. But even Superman gets called once in a while.
That's right. That's right.
John
I
put
like
on a show out there, Dylan.
What's that?
John put on a show.
He did. I told him I was a big fan. I watched his highlights. I watched pretty much the whole pro side. I watched some amateurs, but all the pros. I watched the super matches. Yeah, man. I was stuck in my bed with my phone, so it's had arm wrestling to watch.
Yeah, let's talk about the super matches and how this guy cheated every
Right.
single time and basically could have left with no dignity, robbed us.
I mean, Austin Jennings did what most people will never do, and that's come to Florida and leave victorious. So.
Yeah, flawless victory too. He looked real good. Newman was able to even it up 2-2, but I think that Newman was just a little bit out of his power. Austin was I think like a click or two stronger. Somewhere the hand, the side, somewhere it looked like the hand possibly.
Yeah, I feel like out of straps, his hand was better, but as soon as the strap got applied, I felt like I could get what I wanted. It didn't seem like he liked anything I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was really good at trying to get it where he wanted it. You know what I mean? Like not letting me get what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was weird. You guys looked like you were going to sweep him, and then it started looking razor close, and then you kind of crashed through him at the 5th round. So
yeah,
it was
Yeah,
kind of one of these like up and down as far as the climax.
it was all in the setup. It was all
That's like watching grappling in UFC.
Yeah.
That's not it's important, but it's not as entertaining as if you guys had like 5 deathmatch hook wars.
Yep.
So, but sometimes that's how it is, you know. You had a couple matches with Trent. Again, I think you were able to just take Trent's hand. I think you're just stronger than we thought. I mean, there's no bullshitting about it. It's
Yeah,
not
it was just my hand with Trent. Like we after pulled and like if we just went wrist to wrist, we're pretty close. But I was just able to just control his hand.
Yeah, he wasn't getting much cup. Hopefully he hops
Yeah.
in here. He said he's
Yeah.
injured. He tore his pec or something.
Yeah,
Tricep.
his tricep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like right in here, where it attaches up here.
Wait, was that against me? I thought he did in the tournament.
He did it in a tournament.
Okay, yeah.
I think he leave and go to the doctor while he was there or something.
He came back and playing all like this.
That's what I'm saying. He was fucked up. I seen he was gone. I was like, where's Trent?
Yeah, if you watch the live stream back, you can hear him say it. He's like, "Oh, I fucked something up back here, or whatever, in my shoulder." I was like, "Dang."
Yeah, well, so this is the thing too about injuries is sometimes they just go away.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you wake up, the swelling's less. I arm wrestled with Artem with Chris Chandler and Craig and everything, and me and Artem were fucking around, and he hit me when I wasn't looking, like, and I was kind of turned, and he popped my shoulder. Sounded like I dislocated my shoulder, fucked it all up. My rear delt was in pain. I woke up in the morning, it was fine. Like I genuinely thought he tore something in my arm. It was fine. So hopefully that Trent, one of them scenarios. Scott Doshin looked like he had popped a little something in his elbow too.
Yeah, that looked a little weird.
We've been pretty fortunate. We haven't had no major injuries in any of our events.
Yep.
I think that speaks tons of volume about the refereeing.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, and here's the thing, I got more fouls than anybody in the FAL so far. I guarantee it. And I only been
Combined.
in one tournament and one super match. I got like fouls.
I got a bunch of fouls in that super match. I got a ton of them.
So we used to not call one foul all day. We do 180 entries and not call one foul the whole day. So I think it's, you know, these guys are taking it serious. Little too serious for my opinion. But you know, I'm not going to be the guy to tell them like downgrade the quality of the reffing, but it looked pretty strict. I mean, I caught a foul, I think, in one of my final matches or in something where it was real critical. In the very finals, I was riding on one foul or something, which is reasonable. I fouled like crazy, but I thought it was good. The reffing was good. Wiz, when he called that guy the Jack Monopoly guy, that was it. I'm like, I'm gonna find a microphone for him from now on. He took a minute to get his stride on, but once he got in his groove, he was killing it. What do you guys like? Do you guys like Chance's reffing style?
Yeah, I like when Chance refs.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, no, I think it's good.
I'm getting Jamie Sheldon to hop on, so we might switch and talk about Cali for a minute, just because I don't know how long he has. But
Cali.
yeah, we're gonna go out there and kick some ass in Cali. New match being announced to anybody that's listening. We got anyone even in the YouTube? I'm sure. Dylan Cobb is gonna be pulling Jonathan Vasquez. That's
Good
a
for you.
badass 242 matchup. Anybody out there that knows Vasquez, pretty popular in Cali, super fun guy, strong arm wrestler, big dude, and he kind of occupies about the same space right now that Dylan occupies in Florida, in California. So it's just, I mean, they're like this. It's a real good matchup in my opinion. I was running it by Daniel Worley the other day when he was on here. I think that you know, I think maybe the edge is to Vasquez just because we're in California or something 3-2.
Right.
But it's totally winnable by either guy. And that's the type of matchups I like. We only chose hard matches for ourselves.
Yeah.
You also, I mean, Austin came out here and he pulled our hitter. If unless Jeremy Pappy suddenly gave up deer hunting, all we got is Newman when it comes to 54. So he came out, bro, and he slayed it. That's what we're hoping to come do out in Cali. I'm bringing a bunch of headhunters with me. You ought to come with us, Austin, and come out and crush some shit.
Yeah, no, I want to.
I think Kane Fontecho needs a new opponent.
Oh yeah.
If Trent's injured, he's probably still looking for one. You come out and represent Florida.
It'll be fun. When even is that? Is that in a month?
Yeah, about 5 weeks, May 13th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got an event in 4 weeks for everybody. Actually, I'm sorry. It's 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 weeks to Cali, 5 weeks to Tallahassee. We're going to the Fire Betty's Arcade Bar. Badass concert venue, one of the sickest venues we're going to be able to go to. And that's going to be May 6th, the week before. And then next week, we're going to California, May 13th.
Going coast to coast, baby.
Yes, sir. Gonna have fun. We're hoping to throw some tournaments all over the country. I'm hoping to announce our next stop here in the next day or two. I got a little politicking to do and venue booking, but as you guys know, the next stop after Cali could be even funner for the USAL. So it's
I
almost.
think Austin be interested in that one.
Yeah, I'll be interested in that one.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna split this show. Instead of having FAL Hangout on 2 weeks, we're gonna do a FAL Hangout 1 week, and then we're gonna start having a USAL show. Just because I hate to have the Florida show and talk about nothing but California, even though it's us. The other guys still during the promotion of the month and stuff, they want to hear about the results of the tournament and all that type of stuff. So I don't have the results tallied up, but let's go through who were some of our winners. 54s. Who took the 54 class? I believe Austin did. Did you win that?
I won left, Newman won right.
Okay. So did Newman beat you in the right, or you just backed out?
No, he smoked me right-handed.
Okay. But y'all super match was left-handed.
Yeah, it was left, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think I've almost overlooked it and feel like Newman lost right-handed. Everybody.
No. He won right-handed. He's a tank.
Okay. Yeah, I think we need to put some shine on that because Newman's at a low point. He really only lost lefty.
Yeah, no, he only lost left. Yeah. He won right. No, he smoked everybody right. I think he even smoked the older guy that's been pulling for a long time. What's his name? Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, he smoked.
I think he just blew through Bob in the finals.
Nice. They have wars, so he must.
I think he was lit up a little bit because I beat him left. You know what I mean? So he was on a mission, right? You know what I'm saying?
He had some get back to get you, of course.
Yeah.
All right. How many guys were in you guys' class?
It was like 7 or 8.
Okay, good. Solid. Yeah. How did you do in the right hand? You said
I got smoked. No, I went 1 and 2. I got smoked, man. It's weird. You would think like it looked like I was really far ahead of Trent, but he was really trying to cut me and he was blowing my pronator up that whole match. So as soon as I made it to the tournament, everybody was just rolling me over.
Beat you?
It was Newman beat me, and then the guy that got third.
Okay.
I don't know his name. It was the guy with the glasses.
Oh.
Chance Shaw.
I think it was, what'd you say? Oh, like Roberto or something like that?
Oh, yeah. His name's Roberto Moda. He's a savage.
Okay. Yeah, he's a savage. Yeah. No,
yeah, no slack to that guy, bro. He's an animal. He's a good ass arm wrestler.
No, he's a really good arm wrestler. Yeah. No, he's really good. Yeah, because he rolled me into a hook and I tried to Kings move him and it was over. I was like, I can't hold this. I just gave it up. Like, there's no way.
76s. Who was taking 76s? This class I'm always confused about because I used to be this premier 76 guy actually back in the day.
Jerry took right. Gerald
and
took
now
right.
I've lost track of everything. You won right hand. You won what? Left?
Yeah.
And Jerry won right.
Yeah, and I got second. He got second. Opposite.
You must be sitting at what? 17 points now. Left
Yeah.
as the leader.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How's that gonna feel if you get, and don't hold me to it, I don't know the breakdown and the ratios, but let's say you get $1,800. Let's say there's a 18%, $1,800.
That'd be
That's
great.
That's what I'm saying. That's a fat check at the end of the year to
Hell
get.
yeah.
I've personally never gotten a check like that arm wrestling. The biggest prize I ever won is, I think, $1,440 in one of these points races back in the day, but it was supposed to be much more. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, it only ended up paying out about 1,400. I've won 1,000 a few times, 500, a million, but you know, 15, 16, 18, 12, that's going to be cool, man. And we're going to see like 6, 8 of our guys get that much, if not all 12.
That'd
So
be cool.
yeah, it's going to be super dope. Jamie's not on, but he doesn't know, and he probably isn't even listening. We're going to make an announcement soon. We're going to throw a bunch of cash at the Cali tournament. We're going to either put in the overall somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna put some money up. And,
Man, I like the overalls. I like that with the bracket. That's really cool.
Yeah,
and
that
the
was fun.
buy-in. Brad Grundy lost, or he had to buy in. He lost left-handed and bought into the left-hand overall and won it. He won both overalls, if I'm not mistaken. Did Carl win the overall left also? No, I think that he lost. That's where he
I think he lost.
yeah, that's where Brad went on.
Yeah, Brad won.
Who would have been the second loss? Well, Brad got in by buying in. So he would have never had access to them points if there was no buy-in option. So a lot of people may not know. I don't know. It's mostly Florida guys do know, but the ones in the chat or whatever that rewatch this, our overall, the way it works is all the winners, but there is no king of the table thing, heavy man down like we used to do. It's just a mixed bracket. Everybody is in it, double elimination, all in one bracket, and you can buy your way in. So it's like an absolute class with body and overall, you know. I like it, man. It's cool because you get Austin Wade versus Carl Stanley. You get Brad Grundy versus Noel Nunez. You get David Rutherford versus Shark. And a bunch of these weird matchups that you would never see, and you might get them 4th, 5th round where they're dog tired and they've already went through a tournament.
Or your first match is Carl Stanley. That was cool.
Well, I think my first match was Brad Grundy.
Yeah.
I thought my first one was Brad.
It probably was. Me and you probably drew him each hand.
Yours was
Probably.
Kevin Sams, I think, Brandon.
You're right. 98s. How did we do at 98s? Who won that one?
Matt King, I think.
Kim swept it both hands. What a beast.
Yeah.
I pulled him in the overall and he felt like wait, I didn't pull him in the overall, did I? Yeah, I think I did pull him in the overall. I attempted to hook him left-handed, and I can hang with him left at practice. Well, I used to be able to a couple months ago. He smoked me, but I believe I had a barn with Kevin Sams.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin. He got his first win on me in 5 years. We were just talking, sitting in the truck. What?
Kevin Sams had me record that match with you.
Good. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he got that.
Got to record this for me. I'm like, okay. It was a good one.
Yeah, no, it was great. I was actually proud. I was happy how easy I was able to transition to the Kings move. For me, the Kings is really easy to go into if they're hooking me and beating me. A lot of people want to be pronated and then drop into it. I want to and then drop and I roll out of
I like the King's hook, I guess you would call it, right? I don't want to be pronated either. I want to be like in a hook and then drop.
That's my spot. So I was happy I was able to execute that a few times.
It looked good. It was a good match.
Yeah, it was okay. And Kevin got that was in the overalls. Matt won 98s, 220s. I was able to sneak by. I slipped the referee a few bucks. I paid a few competitors to wait on the go, and I snuck by in both hands. I was actually, it was just a turned on day for me. Sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not. I thought Goose was going to be a fucking problem. He looked like a handful. But ultimately, I was able to wrangle him. You know, arm wrestling that big guy is like trying to get a bull into the pen. You're not really moving him, right? I'm just jiggling around him, trying to get him to go this way. And so that's all I did, really. I was able to get it. It was actually a good win for me, man. That did a lot for my psyche to win the super match and then win 220s. Not to say it's the hardest class in the world. It was a hard class for me. And it had that Irish kid. It had a bunch of people, I think like 8, 9 guys in it. But yeah, it was a blessing for me. 242s. Who won the 242s?
I know who would have won it. That's all I got.
D Money. D Money would have won it.
Okay, I'm back.
Who?
D Money.
That's right. That's right. Both arms. I won on both arms.
Dylan, you watched it. Who won 242s?
Dustin Ramey.
Yes, sir.
And dang, who won right?
I believe Dustin Ramey. Well, Daniel Worley was in the finals right-handed.
Worley won left, Dustin won right. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Worley won left?
Think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did. Went undefeated.
I am proud of him. I gave him his knife back. You remember that knife I took from him like 4 tournaments ago?
Yeah.
He's been asking about. I finally gave it back. I'm proud of myself. Usually you just have to eat that like you lost the guy's shit, right? Looks like we got Jamie Sheldon here.
Here we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine. I see people working out.
Oh, it's just
What up, Jamie?
These guys just like to flex during the whole shit.
Making me want to work out right now. I'm in my gym. Might as well, right?
Yeah, so tell us, y'all just had North versus South. Were you there?
No, I didn't go. I had to go to Harold's 50th birthday party. You know, us old farts, we got to stick together.
How good of a setup do you think that is for our SoCal Classic? You
The
guys,
one they
well, I'm saying it's beautiful, right? A month before SoCal wins the super match war, and then we take on SoCal.
You know what? And none of the heavy hitters of like from our squad were there. So what does that tell you? Southern California is coming up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We ain't taking on no bums. Hey, you have to admit, I don't think any of us are favorites.
I don't know, man. Now that I think more about these matches, I think it's pretty even.
That's
You
why
could argue both. You could argue both.
Sure, I think that George is an underdog against Brian just due to size. I think Brian's going to be a 10, 15 pound bigger. I know Brian. He's came down to our shit. He's a 180, 185 guy all day. He could be 200 if he wanted to blow up. George is like he's a landscaping 176 guy. So
Okay.
he's like 65.
yeah, he don't have a bit of fat on him, but he's never been 180 pounds a day in his life.
So he's ripped. Nice.
Ripped. Looks like he's fresh out of prison.
Yeah, he does.
Brian's coming up too, and he's getting stronger, and he's really settling in at that 185. So it's going to be tough in the years to come. Sure.
Been strong, dude. He was strong out here when he came fucking 4 years ago. He came out, or 3 years ago he came to an event and he was super strong.
Right. Yeah, he's doing very well, man. I'm proud of him. Absolutely.
The what else we got going on, man? You in Austin is one of the big ones. I personally think I'm excited to see that war.
I'm anxious to see where it goes now. I mean, I wouldn't count what happened in Kansas City 2 years ago. I mean, I was on fire that day. There was nobody that was going to beat me, but I could feel where he would be dangerous if he was actually ready, and he's way better now. So that's going to be fun. I'm just lucky we get to do it with 200 because I don't want to go back to 185.
He manhandles guys down here in Florida. He's a young man. He is not 100% comfortable traveling yet. And I don't speak for him, but this is just my observation. And I know that because, like everybody, I mean, I'll kick your ass. You come to my neighborhood.
Of course.
You drag me to the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you might take me up through there. You know.
Right. Yeah, I think
that's
he's
what
if he's on point, it's gonna be a rough day for me. Now, if he's even 2% not on his game, I'm gonna take advantage of that because I've been doing this for a long time, you know. So
I know.
I respect the talent, I respect the youth, I respect where he's headed. I mean, he's gonna be way better than me. If he isn't already, he will be. And he's got a lot of years coming. And when he hits that mature muscle in the next few, just like Artem's a man now,
Yeah.
grown man. So
I've
they're
been
way
telling these guys that it's going to quickly dissolve into 300 people versus 10 from Florida. And they're going fucking wild for their guys and they're hating us while we're in our match. I know what it's going to become. I've been just the one guy in Michigan, or me and Artem taking on a couple, you know, here or there. And it's the whole fucking people. Everybody's wanting you to lose. So
Hey, I just had to deal with that like 2 days ago.
Yeah, you did.
and you kicked ass. This guy came down and beat both our guys.
Yeah, I did see the video. Yeah, you pulled Newman and
Trent,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
he kicked ass, man. He looked good. Theron and Langston, you think John has a chance with Dallas?
I respect John. He's also, you know, pushing the NatFit stuff up in Canada, so that's great. He's got my respect.
That's okay.
But-
though. What's your honest assessment?
I mean, I never gripped up with him. I've just seen what he's done. Dallas told me, I saw Dallas 2 days ago. He's ready.
Okay.
And when Dallas is ready, he's just crazy strong.
I've seen him. He looks good. I mean, only time I got to arm wrestle in the same class, I didn't make it to finals, but he was at the Olympia, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And he looked good. He's definitely got his spot that he looks like he's fucking unmovable from.
It's a really weird, tricky. It's like a crazy arm lock that he's using mostly his lat drag, but his side pressure and rotation through that is unreal. It's like he's night and day in and out of the strap, and he's learning how to top roll now, which never thought I'd see the day. So,
Did Dallas pull at the at the North versus South?
Nah, he was at that party with me and Harold and Kenny Johnson, and
Gotcha.
he showed up too. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna take on Scott Wynn. How do you like that matchup?
Scott's tricky, man, with that hand of his. Like he's a really good top roller. I mean, I've only had success with him when I try to hook him, but I have to telegraph that top roll and like dive into a hook because his hand flops mine every time. So I mean, I think we're pretty even with wins against each other. I haven't pulled him in like 4 years, but
Amy, I'm gonna look to you when I have his wrist cracked completely back. I'm gonna look to you. Okay,
I'll do this.
that's it. That's all I'm looking for.
Is that after I
just
win
want a
my
little
match?
acknowledgement.
I want to get my match out of the way. I want to be, you know.
First match. Me and you will go first and second. I need to get it over with too.
I don't know if I want to start. I don't want to be the first guy out the gate. I need to listen to the referees for at least one. That's my trick too. I don't like to be first. So put me.
Tell me, one of your guys reached out to me. Can you vouch for this guy? Maybe his name's Crispin Woods, something like that. Crispin.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah, he's a really good referee. I think he's a physical therapist. No. He's a chiropractor too. So he knows the body. Like he got into arm wrestling and then took it and ran with it too. And he really good dude. But he's always reffing stuff out here. And he's certified. He's high up there too. So I don't know what level of a referee he is, but he has all the paperwork.
Well, he told me, he told me he was a senior level certified ref. So that's what a couple of our guys are too. And I didn't know. You know, sometimes you get a crazy guy that's never done it. I was like, hey man, I ref for these guys. But yeah, if you vouch for him, he's in for sure.
Yeah.
What are the matches? We got Caleb. What's Caleb Armbender's last name? We just call him Caleb Armbender. Is that his name?
Like Velasco.
Velasco. Yeah. Thank you. Tip of my tongue. Yeah.
He's taking on John right here. John just recently won the 76 yesterday, 2 days ago at the FAL Armageddon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I seen Caleb was kicking ass too. It looked like at the North versus South though.
I've gripped up with Caleb once. I got to pull him once in the tournament. He was stepping up in weight, obviously, so it wasn't too good for him. But I felt where he's got some talent and where he's got room to grow. And
Yo,
yeah, go ahead.
You want to tell us some of his vulnerable points?
Well, he basically telegraphs that top roll. You know what I mean? You know he's going there. Are you guys pulling right or left-handed?
Both.
Both? Yeah, I don't know about his left hand, but his right hand's got a decent top roll. But I mean, I was 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
Yeah.
Austin, you pulled Caleb in Houston, didn't you? You'd probably be the most recent one to pull both of them.
I mean, just side table after I pulled 4 people. I don't really think I don't know. I had 4 super matches back to back, and then me and Caleb just gripped up a little bit. We didn't really go sideways.
Yeah.
But I mean, just my opinion. I think John runs through him left-handed. I think right hand's a war. That's just my opinion.
I've got another match we're announcing, Jamie. My boy Dylan right here
Mm-hmm.
coming out to take on Jonathan Vasquez.
Oh, you got Vasquez coming out, huh? From
Come on,
Reno?
I couldn't throw a party without inviting the party animal.
Right. No, hey, that'll be good. That'll be good. Hey, it'll bring more of the Vegas crew out. I mean, you got Brian. I think he lives in Vegas, right? And then you got Jonathan up north Nevada, Reno or whatever. So, yeah, that'll bring out some more people too.
I want you to envision this 198 class, okay?
Disgusting.
You, Austin Wade, John Theron, Dallas, me, Scott, all your Cali guys.
Oleg.
Oleg's going to nationals.
Yeah. Well, he'll probably win nationals easily because there'll be nobody there.
Yeah, I hope he does.
Yeah.
He's at least. I was hoping he'd be a part of it, but that 98 class will be insane.
Well, did John and Dallas agree to pull at 198?
I don't actually know their personal details. As far as I understand, nobody's really set a hard weight cap on anything.
Right.
But again, I think everybody's making the trip, our guys at least, so they want to pull the tournament. So
I'd be willing to bet that Dallas doesn't cut to 198, even though he's like 210, 215, not unless there's money.
yeah,
He hates cutting weight. So
sure.
you keep him out of that class. You still have, some of the Armenian guys that live in Glendale that I don't think any of your guys have met or pulled. There's some.
Anybody that's Armenian is probably going to win the tournament.
Yeah, I wonder if that Davitt guy's going to be there. I'd just like to grab his hand and see how ridiculous it is.
Which one? There's 2 of them.
The lightweight guy, the little one.
He's a bad dude, man. I pulled
Yeah, no
him.
shit. That's a bad dude.
If you could top roll through it, I mean, like I said, I was 30 pounds heavier when I pulled him, so I didn't feel him, but I felt for a split second there that he's every bit of that 154 elite level.
Yeah. Oh, he looks elite as hell at 154.
Yeah, he catches people and just, he's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, he looks crazy.
Oh, man, I like your chances. Get out there and bang with him.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to just grip up with him and see what's up.
Yeah.
Jamie, I want you to spread the word. We're throwing $1,000 to start in the pot.
Nice.
All right, we're it's going to build from here, but that's the bare minimum that the FAL is contributing. We're going to make an announcement tomorrow, probably on the page, but $1,000 is going towards the pot.
Tag me.
Whether it be in the overall, however, really we can all talk about it and see how it should be split up. I think overall it's a little more exciting. Just the way we do an overall where it's all the winners in a double elimination tournament at the end and you can buy in.
Okay.
It's a super exciting way where you end up in like an all-star game at the end of the tournament. Austin was just in it. It's a little different than the overall they do anywhere. Everyone does king of the table.
Yeah, you told me about it. I like your overall.
It's sick.
Yeah,
So,
I'm interested in trying that. That'll be fun.
yeah.
Did you ever get that whatever it was lined up with Vrej?
No, Vresh turned it down. I'm sure it was the guy was not on the level. No one's on the level to fuck with Vresh, bro.
Well, if you want to still talk about that 198 class, I mean, Vrej aside, because we know his level, but like David Egan, Remember that name, because that guy, him and Dallas go back and forth.
Wow, no one knows
They're
this.
arguably 1 and 2 in California. Even though I got that number 2 spot because I've never pulled David. I mean, I think he'd mop the floor with me if that, and that's me being honest, just from what I've seen, because I've seen him run through Dallas, and Dallas has to, get him into his spot and beat him. So it's that 98 class could be disgusting.
Yeah, we need to get Chance Shaw to get up in this. Someone's got to defend us. We come out here, man. Hey, I told them there's a lot riding on this for me. If y'all smoke us 10-0, it kind of looks like we suck out here. If we smoke y'all, it's a great look for us. So
Either way, if you lose, I mean, we all know there's levels, and we're all great arm wrestlers. But if one team goes 0-10, yeah, that doesn't look good, and I don't want that to be me.
yeah, that's not possible for Florida because I'm going to smoke Scott Wynn. So at least we have one.
Me. All I care about is winning mine. The rest of my team, that's on them. It ain't a team sport.
They're good matchups, man. They're all really fair matches. It's not like there's no lopsided crazy shit.
Yeah, I wonder if Kane would pull me left-handed, because I would go if he'll pull me left-handed.
Yeah, I think he will. So Trent got injured Saturday.
Okay.
But I told him a great replacement is this young buck that beat Trent.
Right.
Right here, we get Austin up in there to take him on, and they got a history anyways.
I'm like 0-2 against him, so I might as well go try to get a vengeance.
Yeah,
Message
good
came in.
No, I didn't. I was just looking at flights, and I think it's doable, so I need to message him.
Okay, yeah, Kane. I'm sure Kane would be definitely down.
He's a gamer, bro. He didn't seem like he gave a fuck who you lined up
Yeah,
with.
no, I think Kane would totally. I mean, like I said, I mean, he's like 2-0 against me anyway. So
Oh, is he?
yeah, but I put on 30 pounds since then. So
Wait, was that when you guys came out that last time? You came out with Ryan and
I
was
came
it
with
that-
Ryan, and he beat me. And then I pulled him again in Tulsa in that 165 class.
Right,
And
okay.
he beat me, but actually I kind of gave him a little bit of a match, I would say, but I was only like 135 pounds that day. So
And you got him-
I'm like 165 now. So
Damn, that's a big jump. How's it feel?
I feel way better.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
way
awesome.
better.
How
Yeah,
do you
set the
like-
match up. I like it. I'll even message him too.
Okay, yeah. It would have to be lefty. My right's trash. I know he would just run right through me. Well, I wouldn't even give him a match. So
Well, did Trent already tell him that he's injured?
Yeah,
So Kane's doesn't have a match as of this point, right?
at this point right now, no. So it's beautiful.
I'll send him a text after I get off this.
It works perfect.
cool. Yeah, just tell him I'll pull him at 165 because I think he pulls 165 anyway, right?
Yeah, he's probably at least 160, 165. I don't think
Yeah.
he sits much heavier. He's a really lean guy too.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your placement on this flyer for a second?
Mine?
Yeah. Did we do you right or what?
How small I look,
You
or
look small. You put you front and center. You're out angling everybody.
Hey, it's all good, man. Yeah, you got me in the front leading the squad. That's cool. Yeah, I think
That's
I'm the
not what
oldest
you do.
in there, right? Oh no, wait, Scott Wynn. He's older than everybody.
I want you to send me the picture I should have used, the most diesel photo, and that'll be my background on the next show.
Nice. I'll have to
What's
find
the
it.
one you should have
Hold on.
used. This fucking
Yeah.
thing. It's like all of Artem's thumbnails on his videos. Who zoomed? He zoomed in on the forums. Got like Popeye forums. His are crazy, but he'll add like a little effect to it.
Yeah. And Artem.
It's gonna be a good time, man. I hope we get a good bit of support. We're gonna throw a hell of a party. I don't know if you watched the stream a little, but we had a kick-ass time just a couple days ago. We got a pretty fat budget for this to get it going together and get everybody out there. We got so far, I think 8, 9, 10 people coming.
Oh, people love the venue too, man. The
Yeah, I
feedback.
hope so.
Yeah,
I've never personally been there, but is that not probably the best possible venue we could have ever scored?
It looks classy too from those pictures. Not that we need classy, but I think that's a good idea, man.
Yeah, I think the next thing I want to look at is we're probably going to put together. I'd like to in a perfect world put together some shirts for all the competitors there, just to refine the look. Just included with entry or whatever. And then you're talking top notch, because that's really, people don't understand the uniform thing is what makes the event. If you were to come to this FAL, dude, it's an ocean of yellow.
Right.
It's just that man, you were at UAL back in the day. And they kind of had a couple steps. You remember where you could wear just a piece of merch. And then at one point they had the colored jerseys at the last shit, and all that. But people will still tell you to this day that colored jersey one was the best one. Or that Chicago one we were at where we just had red shirts.
I pulled Corey that day, so I didn't pull the tournament. But yeah, it was red for the pros and blue for the amateurs.
Exactly. It looked perfect. It just looked uniform, the uniformness of the competitor is important. So I hope if we can bring that to Cali, I think it's a great look.
Were you part of the green crew at the UAL, the 165?
No. Wait, what crew?
The jerseys. Remember that tournament they had at Orange County?
That's the last tournament they had, the last major one. No, I didn't go to it.
You can go? Okay. I was wearing yellow. That was the 150 class, man.
Yeah, no, I was.
Ooh, that was bad.
No, the tournaments by Robert Dranker were the sickest, bro. People don't know. People love to hate on Robert and this and that, but that's some of the most badass arm wrestling events I've seen.
We were right there.
Yeah, they were kick ass. And Robert was cool as hell too.
Yeah, he was, it was a good time for arm wrestling,
Yeah, the politics and shit, people get in the way of their memory. I just remember having a blast out there, being in LA, all the different venues. It was a good time.
Right. Yeah, we'll get it back. We're on another upswing with all these different options. And hey, if we got the whole entire squad from Florida flying out to throw an event in California, that's pretty cool. So I think you're going to get a great turnout. I mean, look at this North versus South thing. There were so many people that went to that. Yeah. And damn near, I'm sure you'll get just about every single one of them to show up to your event here. And then all the other teams around. I mean, that was just a small percentage of the arm wrestlers that are here. That wasn't even everybody. So, yeah, it'll be fun, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be badass. The venue, combined with the fact that you guys are all coming off. Was there even a tournament
in May?
No, at the North versus South.
Oh, no, I think it was just super matches. Then
these guys are itching to arm wrestle. These guys are itching to arm wrestle. No, it's going to be perfect, man. We're right there in LA. I don't know. And, how often do you get to do this? Like you were saying, it's an upswing in arm wrestling. Why not throw a party with all your boys and come on out west?
Right.
How often do you get to do that? Sometimes it's fucking nothing, dude. It's not even a cash tournament around.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So I tell everyone here when we got these big ass tournaments in Florida, I'm like, enjoy it, support it. Because these guys that just joined, they're like, oh, this is great. I'm like, it's not always like this. It's not. You're kind of here at a great time, but
yeah, I've seen it this many times in 20 years. I just try to be involved in as much as I could. The only thing I haven't done that I wanted to is Arm Wars, but I'd rather do that here in the States. I don't want to fly. I don't want to spend the money to fly.
Yeah,
but maybe at some point when Neil gets it going in Vegas again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Were you part of the UAL thing on the rooftop? How badass was that?
It was a great experience, even though I got beat pretty bad that day.
Who did you pull?
I pulled Sam Harris at 150 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I still have scars on my hand from, I don't know if you can see those scars in there, but from when he clamped down on my hand, we couldn't slip. Yeah, but that's when I knew Sam was coming up. He actually, the tournament before that, he beat Vosgin. And I think he won that UAL tournament when we were all in those jerseys. That was like the worst tournament for me ever. There was like 30 guys in the class, and I felt good going into it, but I had a war with Ethan Fritchie because we were both 150 pounds, and it must have been a minute in a hook. Then right after that, I got bumped out of the tournament, so I got like 14th.
Oh,
And then like Ethan ended up beating me, and he got third. Voskin got second. Sam got. I mean, just talk about a 150 class that was just ugly. The only other
yeah,
person who
super
wasn't there, was
stacked.
Jeff, you know,
super
but-
stacked.
crazy.
We sound like dinosaurs right now talking about this.
Yeah.
To these guys.
Hey, I just want to add, Kane just said he'll pull me left-handed. He just accepted.
You don't need me. You got it covered.
This kid's a matchmaker on his own.
Yeah, I've been watching him.
Now, this kid's a beast, bro. We need him to come down and represent Florida, especially if Trent's injured.
Hey, Brandon, which arm am I pulling Vasquez?
Have you guys sorted it out?
He said either hole's fine, so I don't care.
Well,
That sounds
You
like
got it, well, let me ask here. Okay, next question. I want to win. So, what's your stronger arm, Dylan?
My left.
Oh, we're pulling left-handed. Simple as that.
But if you want a war, say
Maybe his left is incredible.
Man, is everybody in here a lefty? John's a lefty. I'm a lefty. Dylan's a lefty.
I'm number 15 on in the hook left, but not even ranked right. But my left sucks still, regardless. It's the only hand that's ranked, but it sucks.
I'm ranked same both arms, but my left is probably 20% better. So
Me
there's
too.
that.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
pulled
gonna.
one tournament left-handed. One.
What, in your whole life?
That's it. Just once, and I got 2 wins.
And
And I got- Was that?
you're fucking around.
I swear, only one tournament, and it was in Bakersfield, California.
Why?
I lost to Greg Gray back when he was 150 pounds, but I beat him right-handed, so that's all that matters. Yeah, one time. I just have too many injuries and it hurts, so I don't even bother. Plus, night and day, man. I'm like, I should have a match with Cobra left-handed.
Don't
You
hey,
pulled
let's
it.
go out of this, Jamie.
I love Cobra. We're supposed to pull right-handed, but then I got fat.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
People don't know when I tell them, I'm like, this guy can make a comeback and smoke everybody.
Oh yeah, he could.
They're like, the fuck he could, blah, blah. I'm like, you have no idea. He just won the Arnold a couple of years ago.
Yeah, all you got to do is get back into training hardcore, and like Travis. If anybody focuses on it, that's been that good before, it's just like riding a bike. As long as you're injury free, right?
Yeah, I think for those, exactly. If you've been at that level, you can step right back in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're coming out to Cali. It's going to be super sick. I'm hoping to, get a couple more people that want to come and just join in the tournament. We just got one guy traveling with us, Joe Upchurch. We've got a lot of guys that just want to ride with and just come join.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if, you see another 10 guys that are just hopping in the tournament and just being part of the crew.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said, I don't think there's anything else going on in May out here or in the surrounding areas. I mean, there's nationals, but I only know 2 guys from here that are going now. And Oleg's the second. Until he told me, I didn't know of anybody else going other than one of the guys who trains in Orange County. But you should get Arizona people. You should get the Nevada people. I mean,
I'm just wondering if we're getting the exposure, if people know about it. Do people out there, do they know this tournament's out here?
yeah, they were wondering. Well, obviously they have questions.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
we're gonna put a flyer out tomorrow that details everything, all the weight classes, start times, all that. Every exact little fine detail, and we're gonna announce the cash and the overall and just keep building. I got a lot of cool sponsors that work with FAL and different stuff, whether it's like Shark and handles and different things. Everybody's manufacturing something, making something. So we could definitely do a bunch of cool little shit like that.
well, I think the fact that you're bringing back the old school weight classes, that made a lot of people happy because there's so many. Well, I used to be in that weight class, so I'm not going to say smaller guys, but the 154 to 176 range. I mean, there's so many guys in those classes that want to pull in their class, not have to. I got to go up to 165 or 85 or 98. I didn't want to without the 54 guys, so I can't blame them for wanting to pull in their, in their lane. So
Well, and it might mix things up. The usual winners might not be the usual winners suddenly,
Mhm.
Because that's how, the guy might be the winner at 65, but you put him up in a 76 class and suddenly he's in for it.
Yep.
I've seen that happen a million times. So might be surprising, might mix it up.
Yep.
The that venue encourages us to stay there all night till midnight. So there's no time restriction, and I'd like to run a prompt tournament, but there's no time limit on it. It's not like a crunch scenario. I was out there at Denise's thing in Oklahoma. It was a badass tournament. Sherry 2023 or whatever it was. And the fucking venue was telling him, like, yo, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. That guy that owns that place, he's cool as hell. There's a Dodgers game that day, and that's the official Dodger pickup spot for the busing or something like that. So it's going to be crazy.
You might have a lot of spectators for this, like just from a filming standpoint. Who's filming it for you? Oh, Robert, right?
Yeah, he told me I think 638 is the capacity. Yeah, so the venue itself can hold a ton of people. Like you said, it might be a massive crowd. I'd like to get someone that's great with with like maybe Brad Cook or someone that likes filming like that, where they love.
You know who would come down? Nick Postel. Postel. He does the arm. Yeah, he lives in California, so I'm sure he'll drive down and film it for you. He does some pretty good work with the camera.
Yeah, see, Robert's a great stream guy, but he don't necessarily do the a full video edit of the in and outs and walking around.
Didn't that Nick guy do King of Cali last year?
Yes.
Yeah. Those were good videos.
And he was up at
have an insane crowd. When I was out there at the first King of Cali, Kyle had 300 people watching. And I mean, it was nothing but opportunity for a tournament. So
yeah.
I'm hoping and I'm the type of dude, man, if we come out there and there's 300 entries or something, we'll be kicking more cash in. Another great, I'm coming out here to have a good time, to throw a fucking party, The more people we get out there, the more we can keep bumping it up. And
you want it to be profitable too. I mean, nobody wants to lose money, or at least
everything in life's got to be sustainable. Favors only do once. But I love this. What I love about FAL is you have no crazy greedy ass promoter that's up in here like dude, we throw a party even if it's at an extra cost to make it a lot funner. We do it. We paid extra. We paid the $2,000 to have East versus West here. We paid to have the referees come down, get certified, let them do the class for free, just because it makes it better. Right. It's badass down, So I like to throw, dude. So it's an investment in yourself and in your company. The better, the bigger production. Everything you can either be low budget, and it fucking looks low budget. This is what the argument with Chuck Ryder was when he was talking about throwing a free tournament that's free and everything's free. Well, they have that. That's called low budget, zero budget.
Yeah.
Those things suck, unfortunately. The idea sounds great, but I like throwing some little medium, big budget. They ain't nothing like Drank or WAL, but we've got some cool shit planned for our finale, dude. We're planning to do a FAL award ceremony, little Florida Hall of Fame, a banquet, catered little banquet, and everything, like a little semi-formal event after the finals tournament. We're giving out the 10,000 in cash and all that. So
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I still got to go to Florida too, man.
And a lot of these guys probably still are like, hey, are you really though? Because Florida's full of a bunch of con men promoters and bullshitters. But yeah, we are.
Those guys are everywhere, right?
And we're having fun, man. I'm trying to do this thing with the USAL. I want to put together like 5 events. I'd like to do a California, Texas, Pennsylvania, whatever, Michigan, right? And then do a final in Vegas, something out there. You see how just a little 5-part series. I'd like California to be the first one, but you got to see how well received it is. Mm-hmm. If nobody loves FAL or our crew outside of Florida, then we stay in Florida. Everything with us, kind of grassroots, let it build how it is organically. But
Derek's going to help promote too, right? I mean, I'm sure Derek and Chance have had a couple conversations about this. Is Chance coming out?
Oh yeah, Chance is coming out. He's helping run it and all that. I think he needs to have a match though, man. He's playing injured right now.
Let him pull Mega Mike or something. I don't know. Well, Mega Mike's pulling Carl. Wait,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the situation with any of that with the Mega Mike thing is. That would be a great matchup though, Chance and Mega Mike, huh? It'd be okay. I mean, I don't know. Mega Mike, they say, is unbeatable in a Hulk, right?
he's crazy strong inside, man. I haven't seen anybody.
Everybody pauses when I say that.
Even Derek gets stuck there and he's like, damn it. And you know what I mean? So, and Chance isn't going to do that. Chance is going to take his hand. So if Chance takes his hand similar to how Jordan did, then it might not be a good match. But power-wise, I dare somebody to go inside with Mega Mike. And if you can beat Mega Mike inside, hats off to you, you know?
Gotcha. It takes a guy like Godzilla or something to bust that open.
Yeah, brick wall, man.
All right. Well, spread the word, man. We're throwing cash in. We're going to keep this thing building. I'm hoping it ends up massive. You know, sometimes, you know how it is. You've done tournaments. Sometimes they snowball into just something that's fucking massive. So I've got like 10 plane tickets booked. Everybody's coming. They're bringing their girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're going to have a squad out there.
I mean, just from Derek's training group alone, I mean, you're going to get 50 to 60, 70 arm wrestles. I mean, well, entries at least. So, I mean, that's just Derek's team.
Yeah.
So many dudes running around now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get, I mean, ton of guys. I'm hoping the amateur, you guys have a crazy amateur classes out there too.
Yeah. So many new guys.
I've seen Bill Collins.
Yeah, they have practices now once a month in Orange County. It's like all the teams kind of, and there's over 100 arm wrestlers.
I'd like to get Bill Collins down there, see if I can get him down to ref. That would be dope.
Yeah, hit him up. He went to
North versus South. I seen. I'm gonna talk to him. These my buddies. We're gonna wrap this up, man. I'll see you guys on here Thursday. I appreciate you being on, Jamie.
No problem, brother.
You guys, congratulations on the tournament last Saturday. Y'all kicked some ass. Next stop, California.
Oh yeah.
See you guys soon.